Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm Marika.
And this is I Don't Know What I'm Doing.
'Cause we don't.
You guys, we are podcasting from a new location.
Ooh! Go girl.
We are in the bedroom.
Sexy.
Because I moved yesterday into the place that I bought. Mm-hmm. And we can't hear the L anymore, so we don't have to pause throughout the entire podcast and wait for the L to go by, which is
my God.
what we've been doing for 19 episodes.
I mean, now I'm thinking, wait, how, we're gonna do this episodes so fast now, because we have to wait for shit.
Probably will be a lot faster and
And your editing's gonna be
will be a million times faster.
Yeah.
So, yes, I feel weird, saying... for some reason, the word condo to me feels really douchey. It's
Miles,
my condo.
you should say that all the fucking time.
I want it to be a house or home, but condo is so...
Every time you say, my condo, just, flip your hair.
No! I mean,
every single time.
If I were a girl, I would flip my hair for emphasis constantly, because
I actually, you know what? I don't do it enough.
You should go first. I have to think...
I went first last time. But,
I don't even remember what this week was.
Yeah.
What? I don't even know what happened this week.
I kind of felt the same until I'm this thing. So lately I've been not sleeping the greatest. Especially today. I slept majority of the day. Ooh. And I woke
to catch up.
I guess. I don't know. So I've been falling asleep in the couch. This is an good old, adult fail that I mentioned before. Falling asleep in the living room, waking up, going to bed. This week I've worked probably 50 or 60 hours this week because I did a double yesterday at the bar, and I worked 40 hours on top of that, so... Yeah, it's 52.
What does a double mean?
Double means you work lunch and dinner.
Oh, okay.
I opened and closed.
Whoa.
So, yeah. Was there at 10, didn't leave probably until around midnight.
What? That's 14 hours.
Yeah.
You just confused by the end of it? Where am I?
What day of the week is it? I don't know.
I would be.
So and then I woke up around 8, and when I woke up around 8, I felt groggy, I overslept. And I was going to look at my phone thinking oh, it's 12. Nope, it's around 8:30, almost 9 or something. I'm oh. And then I ate food, and I also took a shower, and then I fell asleep on the couch for 2 or 3 hours. I'm not the greatest.
But isn't that the best when you especially when you take a shower and you're squeaky clean, and then you just fall asleep on top of your bed and the sun and
yeah,
it's so pure.
It is really pure, but then I wake up groggy and not well rested, and I feel blech. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I haven't worked out in 2 weeks.
Oh, me neither.
So, but yeah. So I really need to get on top of that. But thinking about working out 2 times a week. Or 2 times a day.
Oh, like a college football player?
Mm-hmm.
2-a-days?
Mm-hmm. And eating better.
I've been on the snack. Yeah, you're the
bullshit
same.
over and over and over again. Yeah. So expect, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my fail is I did just move, and I always think I literally packed. I moved yesterday, and I packed yesterday. I did everything really last minute.
Is this a fucking fail?
It's a fail because...
Is it?
Because I just feel I could have okay, you know what? I am grasping at straws because this week was just crazy, and I painted a room and but I always think I'm gonna pare down my stuff. I'm always I'm gonna pare down, and I have so much weird junk. I have paper clips that were my grandma's that she bought in Nebraska probably in the 60s. Why do I have those?
Wait, are they cool?
The box is cool.
I want to see this.
But I'm just why? I'm just oh, I don't want to, I can't get rid of this. It's old. But I'm literally I've been carrying it around for probably 7 years in just a drawer. Mm-hmm. And I have my first boyfriend's college diploma still. Have I mailed that to him? No. But I have it. It's still in the tube. It'd be easy to mail.
You should do that.
I know. I just like moved like the bottom drawer of my dresser. Finally, it has just like shorts in it. But for the past like year, I was just putting my shorts on the floor of my closet, and my bottom drawer was a junk drawer, and had
my God.
and it had like tax documents and like my social security card, but also like those paper clips of my grandma's were in there, and like markers and like. You guys don't put a junk drawer in your dresser.
My junk drawer is the floor.
Yeah.
Junk
The
drawer
floor
is
is
the
the
floor.
biggest shelf in your house. And that's
Really?
Mike's mom's high school quote. So I always think I'm gonna pare down, and like every time I move, I'm just like, why? I look at stuff and I'm like, I've literally been carrying this around for 6 years. Like just random, like the college diploma and stuff. I'm like, when am I ever gonna get to this?
That's what I do with like concert tickets. Like I have like the wristband from when I went to FYF Fest with like Amanda and Jamie in my car because it was in my purse like forever. And then it was like from a different person. I transferred into the new purse.
Yeah. It's like when you're transferring it, you're like, what
It's
am
like
I
a year
doing?
old. Like, why? And I'm like, okay, so I can show this to my kid. Like, hey, I used this for this festival. Like, Mom, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And then when I do get rid of the stuff, it's like it's like I don't want to get rid of it because I'm like, ooh, it's like has sentimental value, and then get rid of it, and I literally don't care that I got rid of it. Like I'm like, oh.
And then like, I have that fear too of like, wait, am I gonna miss this? And then I'm
and
like,
then
wait, you probably didn't know this still existed until like right now.
Exactly. It's like this is adding no value to your life except right now. But Zachary was telling me, because do you know like Marie Kondo?
Yes.
Yeah. You got listeners, she wrote The Art of Cleaning Up. That was like that big book. Zachary was like, what you're supposed to do, like with the paper clips of, or I think they're thumbtacks, we'll like put a photo on the thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
it is cool. Zachary's like, just take a photo of the object, thank the object, and then throw that shit away. That's what she says to do. She's like, just take a photo of it, thank it, and get rid of it.
Okay.
Thank it.
Thank you for giving me pleasure.
Nothing. For being a memory of my grandma's life that I never knew in the form of thumbtacks. So yeah, so now I am in my new place and I'm just like throwing shit. Like I had to go through that junk drawer and I had to go through all my tax documents. Oh, I'm being audited. Maybe that's my fail.
What?
Well, I don't
Wait,
know what audited means, but they did. I think I am being audited because the IRS was like, your 26.
And you bought it?
Your 2016 tax documents are a little sus, and we want $2,000. And I'm like, no, and I know what they're trying to do, because 2016 is the year that I like said I went to portfolio school and did this like continuing education credit.
Yeah.
For $2,000.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's what they're like. This is not legit, but it is legit.
Yeah.
But also, portfolio school is not accredited, so that's probably why they're like unsure.
Oh, unsure?
So.
But it's accredited.
So that's
it has
real.
to be like accredited by like advertising like commission or something like that. No.
No, because portfolio school is only a 1-year program. It's really hard to accredit a 1-year school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But our topic today
Right.
is I don't know how to keep a home. A good example of how I keep a home is I had this bath mat that I threw away recently because my roommate's cat puked on it. And I was like, fuck this. And I had it since I was like 22. But I literally, there was a tag on it that would always like slip out and show, and I'd always tuck it back under. And I was like, I should just cut this off.
Yeah.
Guess how many years I waited to cut that off? I waited 7 years before I cut that off. Like, that's how long I put off cutting off a tag on a rug.
Oh, a tag that you like. It was like the price tag.
No, it was like that white tag that comes on a rug that's like, do not remove unless you're the owner of this rug. Like, and it says like the brand on it.
Okay.
I just put it off for 7 years.
Miles, everyone does that. What the fuck? Like,
Everyone takes it off or removes it.
doesn't remove it. They don't. Like,
No, but it would always show. It would slip. The rug was black. The tag was white, and it would slip out from under the rug, and I'd always like be sitting on the toilet and would fold it back under. I folded it back under for 7 years. But I could have just cut it off the day I got it and never had to do that.
I don't know why this is like a thing. It's not.
It is a thing. So you're gonna have a bath mat on the floor with just the tag showing, the big square white tag showing under the black mat, just like showing on the floor, like that's sticking out like 4 inches, and you're like, cool. No! No one is doing that. They're folding it under or literally cutting it off the same day, which I waited 7 years to do.
Okay. That's not like the biggest, like that's not.
But to me,
anything.
it was an example of how I can put things off for, you know, the length of going to.
Right.
It's like if I bought the mat in
that's
sixth grade of middle
crucial.
school. It's like if I meant to do something when I was a sixth grader in middle school and didn't do it till I was graduating high school. That's basically the length of time that I didn't do.
It's like very like vital to your life. It wouldn't like, oh my god, this is like removing this tag will tie the whole bathroom together.
But it was solving a reoccurring problem, which was the tag slipping out and showing.
Which is barely a problem, okay? Like
It looked, yes, come on. Marika's like, who gives a shit? My floor is my shelf. like, I like step over a Starbucks cup to like get to the sink, like.
Not. It's kind of accurate. So I live with 2 other people.
3 other people.
Chaos.
Chaos, the dog.
Okay. Townhouse. It's a townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's my catchphrase. Anyway. It's like difficult to keep things organized and clean. I mean, I'm a messy person.
It's also hard with 2 other people.
Yeah. You know, not to put Adam on blast, but he like
You didn't have to say his name, but
I know, but well, he like owns the townhouse.
Yes.
And like, but there's a lot of things that are like he needs to address. For example, we had a fly infestation. Like, it was like, so we have like a sliding glass door in the kitchen that leads to the backyard. One day, like, I went back there to let Chaos out, and it looked like a demon had come to our home.
what?
Like, okay, if you guys are, you know...
Like a swarm of flies?
Swarm of flies. At like, it's just like, and I'm like, I got scared of how many flies there were. And this is like...
In the kitchen?
In
Or right outside the door?
On the door, in the kitchen. They were all on there.
Oh.
And this is like after my other roommate, Joanna, like basically like killed a bunch of flies with this electric fly swatter thing, which she was having fun. And it was just like, oh my god, like Joanna killed like at least 50 flies last night. And now there's like probably 100. We had to like vacuum. We used to fucking vacuum to kill these flies. And Adam's like, I'll just get some fly paper. I'm like, no. We need to figure out where these flies came from.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, and so with the sliding glass door, there's supposed to be a screen, right?
Mm-hmm. We
have a screen. It's fucking broken. It doesn't really work.
So he's like a slumlord.
Yeah. The foundation is leaking. Like, it leaks water. Not like when it rains really hard. Like, there's water comes into our basement.
Oh, but that sounds really expensive.
Yeah, but it's... Obviously, you need to address it because it will get worse over time.
Yeah.
And then you are fucked. But, I mean, I can't address these things and give them shit because... Do I own a home? No. Am I financially
Yeah, but you
there?
have to live in that home.
No. But
you're paying rent to live in a home.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You have rights as a renter.
Yeah. Because, like, he really needs to, like, address these things and, like... So, I mean, the fly problem is gone because Joanna basically, like, killed all of them.
There was, like, a genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Joanna-cide.
But wouldn't all the Joannas be dead?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. And, like, you know, like, my life is a mess. Like, literally and figuratively a mess. So, don't know how to keep things organized or anything. But I have a certain way of doing things. It's really strange.
Oh, is this one of those people that's like, it's not messy because I know where everything is?
No, it's just, like, for example, like, if Adam's, like, cleaning the kitchen and he's using, like, this towel that's, like, a nice towel, and he's, like, wiping the counters and, like, and I'm like, it will make me cringe. I'm like,
can you like use a sponge instead, because that's like a drying towel, and like
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I criticizing him, because he's cleaning. Like, the place that I live is it's Joanna also likes to spread out like I do, which basically leaves like trails of herself throughout the house. Like shoes.
Oh, that's
and
called
like
spreading.
bags.
Spreading out is such a kind way to do that.
And it really it bothers me, but I don't say anything because I'm like, look at my fucking room. It's like a pigsty. Like, why am I gonna say something?
I don't know. I feel like you guys are all like, instead of all lifting each other up, you're all just being like, meh, and you're all sinking down.
Oh yeah, such a good point. Or I could just fix it myself. Like, I'm very like, I just like, you know what? If something bothers me, I just do it myself. Also, like, I don't know how to keep it home because I spend money like fucking, like it's going out of fucking style.
What about your 4 budgeting apps?
Not using them. Don't really work when.
What are you spending your money on?
Sushi.
Okay. It's like food.
Basically, a lot of food.
And then sometimes.
Starbucks.
What about clothes?
Not so much. Yes and no with clothes, like, but food is a major fucking thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll add up.
It does. And I'm like, I have like 3 jobs, and like, why is the money not there?
See, that's okay. This has always been my thing with like jobs and stuff, because like especially when I was working at the salon I worked at out of college, and it was I hated everything. I hated everyone. I hated the job. I hated all the clients. And I liked some of my coworkers, but I hated maybe like half.
Yeah.
I just hated everything.
Right.
And I was like, the only revenge I can have on this job is saving all the fucking money.
Yeah.
Because if I work here for a year and I start with $300 and I leave with $300, this job was worthless to me.
Oh.
So
God, Miles.
because I hate this job, I'm gonna save all the money, and that's my reward for like putting in the fucking work.
Wow, that's such a good way to look at that.
Yeah, I was fueled by hate.
Revenge, fuck. In a way.
But I saved like a few $1,000s at that job. Might as well making $10 an hour. Because I was eating beans. So my nutrition was bad. I was like 23. I was like, I'm like 6'1", but I was like 140 pounds. You know what I mean? So it wasn't good.
You know, I honestly never forced myself to live that way. Because I honestly, like, I've always had a really good paying job for the age, I guess I was, like, because, like, serving, like, sometimes, like, serving at my parents' restaurant, I could make, like, $400 in one weekend.
Yeah.
And that was, like, almost my rent.
Yeah.
And I always, during college, had enough savings for rent in case something shitty happened. Which is good and bad, but, like, but that was it. That was, like, no wiggle room for anything. Just rent. That was... So... But, you know, like, I just, like, yeah, let me go out. Let me, like, live my life. Let me, like, eat sushi and, like, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, where has that gotten me? Not having my own home.
Like this condominium that I own a tenth of or whatever, however condos
that you
work.
beautifully painted.
Yeah, it really turned out.
No, it really turned out real good, you guys. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but it turned out really good.
But I don't have any furniture.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have some, like, pieces. Like, I have a dresser and stuff, but, like, I don't have a couch. I don't have a dining room
But that's,
table.
like, the
I don't have
fun
chairs. I
part.
don't have... With furniture and stuff, like, I've always just inherited stuff and, like, gotten stuff from the thrift store. And I'm, like, this time along, I'm like, okay, Miles, do you have to, like... And people have been trying to, like, give me couches. Like,
really?
my one friend, Chris, but I was like, ugh, I don't think that couch is going to look good in the space. And then Melissa's like, do you want to buy my IKEA couch for me? And I'm like, the cheap part of me is like, yes. But then I'm like, no, I think I need to actually, like, get something, like, nice.
Yeah. I think you should definitely invest in the bigger stuff, like a couch.
Yeah.
But, like, side tables and lamps...
Yeah, you can get that. That's true. You can get that shit anywhere.
My parents keep telling me, like, don't buy anything when you buy a place. We have all of it already. I'm like, okay.
That's nice.
Like, my grandma has, like, these really nice crystal glasses that I thought were shitty, but then looking at them really close, I'm like, wait, these are etched? Probably by hand? What?
Yeah,
There's, like, actually, like,
So when my grandma passed away, my grandma was a hoarder. And my aunt lived with her.
Because those objects, you don't know when you're going to need them.
Well, also, she lived in the Great Depression, so...
Right, yeah.
So my grandma was a hoarder, and my aunt lived with her for, 20 plus years, so we're not really sure if she's a hoarder or not, but whatever. So when my grandma passed away, they had to clean out a bunch of shit. Okay. And one of the objects that my mom liked was, this cigarette, ashtray. But it would, also hold your cigarette. But it was, it's beautiful. It's pink, and it's, trimmed with gold paint around it. It's from, the 1950s or 60s when people smoked a shit ton.
Yeah.
And it's oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah, it's for cigarettes. I'm like, what?
Right. I think about, antique stuff like that. I was talking to my dad's wife, Sherry, loves antiques. She's, in her 50s, but if you went to her house, you'd think that she was, a woman that was, about to die in her 90s. Because everything is, wood antiques from, the 1910s. Or, everything's so old. It's cool, but...
I love that.
And then she has a she shed now, so it's just...
What?
Yeah. She has a she shed.
I hate that term. I love, the idea.
She was the first person I heard it from.
What?
Yeah, I had never heard it before, and she has one in the basement, and she's like, I just go in there, and I'm just nostalgic, and this is the crib that my mother was born in, and my grandfather made. It's all, crazy wood things that her family made.
Oh, am I, going back in time, like a time machine?
Yeah, it's like a time capsule, and she's like, I'm just here, and I just think about my family. And she's like, it brings me peace.
Oh my God.
I feel like Sherry's very good at just turning sad things into things that are nice. So I was at my dad's, or Sherry's house, is really her house, and she opens up a panel in the wall, which I was like, what?
What?
And we step into a wall. We step into a wall, we have to bend down, and there's this weird storage space just in the wall of the upstairs.
To hide slaves? Sorry, not for timeliness. I'm sorry. Maybe this house is old. It's in Batavia.
I don't know.
Underground
how old it
Railroad.
is. No, because it's on the upstairs. I feel like Underground Railroad was always tunnels through the basement, but
no, but you would have to hide them though.
That's true. I don't know why this is here, but great question.
Wait, Miles.
Harriet Tubman hung out in that wall. No.
Miles.
So
don't even lie.
I don't know. We just stepped through into a wall because she was trying to show me she had my grandma's headboard and baseboard of a bed, and she was like, it's right here, and I was like, you're pointing to a wall. She was like, no, behind the wall. I was like, what are you saying? So we stepped into the wall. There's a little space you could step into. It's 3 feet wide, and she has components of my grandma's bed that she's like, I want you or Zachary to it's not her mom, it's my dad's mom, but
Oh, okay.
She's like, I want you or Zachary to have this. And I was like, okay, where were you when I was buying a full bed? Because it's a full bed frame and I have a full bed. I was like, where were you when I bought a full bed off of Two Lesbians in Andersonville? And I needed a full bed. And I told my dad I needed a bed, and he gave me my grandpa's shitty twin bed that my uncle bought for him that was hard and springy and rounded. You gave me that shitty twin bed when you could have given me this. So... But anyway, Sherry was like, yeah, I just love antiques, and it's just special. It's important to keep those things in the family. And I was like, oh yeah. But then the next day I was like, wait a minute. So my grandma in the 1960s got to in Lincoln, Nebraska, got to go to the department store, find the perfect bed that she wanted, buy the bed that she wanted new, and now 50 years later, I just have to get whatever bed she wanted? And I can't pick the bed I want? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
But I think, okay, for me personally, I would want that bed frame because I love nostalgia. I love, heirlooms. I've loved it since I was, in the 4th grade where, we did, the Illinois report, right? That took a whole year to do that whole fucking report. At the end of the year, one of them was, pick something that you want to pass down to your kids and explain why or put in the time capsule. One was my diary, and then another one was this. I think I've talked about this before, but one was this red book that has a history of my family in it, but it has other families in it, but it has a history of my family's farm and stuff like that. And
there's other families in it too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the history of like a Nebraska community or something?
Yeah, or something.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, but like I like want to keep that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I totally would have been down to take that bed frame, but I was like, well, I bought my own bed 3 years ago, so I'm not. No, give it to Zachary. Zachary has a single bed and a twin bed because he's a single twin. He's a twin that's single. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, I like antiques and stuff most of the time. Yeah, if it's like cool. Like I love that. Like Zachary and I have a lot of like the old family stuff, but then it's like my brother Nick. Like I don't know if his like wife more controlled the decoration of the house. I suspect that she did.
Probably Jesse, yeah.
But it's very pure one. And I'm like, oh, and it's just weird because like Zachary and I have like the stuff that we grew up with, and then Nick has like none of it. And I'm like, don't you want like a little something to like hint at our past or us as children or something? But it's like all just like devoid.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess like I don't know what we would. I mean, when I think about my parents' home, like there's a lot of like ties or like Thai stuff, like elephants and Buddhas and like. Yeah.
Is that like I always thought. Because your mom is from Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
but I was always like, oh, did your dad just get really into that stuff too? Or is your mom mostly in charge of it?
My dad. It's weird because my parents are really good at interior design.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad is more of the paint part of it and the layout of the room,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like. And my mom and my dad decide the furniture. But I don't know. Like, it's definitely like a lot.
Because you guys have like little like sculptures and
Yeah.
vases and stuff on little like shelves.
Yeah, so I don't know, but like I just love my parents' style. I really fucking do.
It's pretty good.
It's colorful and it's warm and it's unique and like
Yeah, it's not like this like French countryside bullshit that my mom and every other Midwestern mom is trying to pull.
yeah. No offense to your mom, but she does not pull that off. Like what?
I know. I'm like, Mom, you need to
what's-
lead into your like log cabin aesthetic because that's probably something you can more achieve
Yeah, like why
than like
this French countryside bullshit? Like what is that?
And it made no sense to me because my mom has no connection with France. Like when my mom was little, like her mom, my yaya was like a Spanish teacher. My mom would go to Spain, Mexico.
Yeah.
Like she's like Greek. I was like, France? What? It's nothing to do with you.
I guess you could pick any
But it's not like she's
style
even.
you
But it's not like
want,
she's
but-
really been to France to see it herself. Is what I'm saying. She's doing like a weird Midwestern mom copy. I feel like Ian's mom's kind of the same, where they're just like France. It's like France is very prestigious.
Like yeah,
But I'm like, but you haven't
I don't
been-
get that theme at all.
No, it doesn't.
When I think of
you
like
just want
a
posters
French
of wine.
countries, when I think of like French countryside, I think like fresh flowers, simplicity, like
Yeah.
white
Wood.
wood.
Like a chunky table.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I think about.
Yeah.
But
I feel like my mom just wants to be like, let me put up a poster that I can't read about wine, and then get like a table that has like a clawfoot, and that's like France. I'm like, Mom, no.
it's not.
And everything's like sage green.
I forgot about my parents used to have a clawfoot dining room table. I don't know what happened to it, but I probably gave it away.
It's like, okay. The only thing I really own is my car. That's like actually mine. And
You're bad.
oh my god, my bed. I've had that bed since I was 3.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You were sleeping in a full bed at age 3.
Same mattress, same frame.
How's it working?
Actually, I really like it. See, like, again, like, this is not something that I want. I don't want to buy a new one. I like the
The
nostalgia.
mattress is working. The mattress is good.
Oh, yeah, mattress is good.
Questions?
We've actually have...
I didn't check. Well, I don't have internet right now to check, but yay!
Okay, I have a coworker who seems to be washing their clothes the wrong way, causing brightly colored items to fade quickly. Other coworkers have noticed that plum polo isn't so plum anymore. Those deep olive shirts are only sage. Is it awkward to give him some laundry advice? Should we just let him continue to ruin the colors of his clothes? What the fuck is this?
I honestly feel like all those coworkers have a very keen eye to notice the faded colors of a coworker's clothing, and because usually you don't even remember your coworker's clothes unless they're repeating a lot. I think it's a legit question.
Is
People
it?
wash their shit wrong and like destroy their clothes faster. Which is ultimately just bad for the planet.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is not an in-depth adult question.
Like, this is the question of a child.
Like, what is this? You're
Okay.
talking about, and you're...
Listeners, please ask us questions. We won't judge you, except we're just judging this one because my twin brother Zachary asked the question.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm a little bit confused because, okay, I guess I don't really notice these things when, like, a coworker buys something brand new and they wear it a lot and, like, things are fading.
I would never notice that, and I'm just impressed that these.
And I'm really, like, curious because, like, it's so noticeable that you're talking about it with your other coworkers as well about it.
Yeah, it's the hot goss.
Hot goss.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what?
It's
Why
just laundry.
not?
It's just laundry.
Just say something. Just
Some
say
people
something.
don't know dish soap. Some people don't know laundry. It's like if you don't say something, that person's not gonna continue miswashing their clothes
forever. So just say something. Whatever. One of you guys should.
Obviously not, don't gang up on him because there's a whole gang talking about it.
But how would you bring it up?
Hey, like, I really like that shirt. Like, okay, so when next time they have an item that's new that they're wearing, compliment on it and say, like, hey, like, when I buy something new, like, just talk about laundry or something.
I'd be like, how are you gonna, like, take care of it, or how are you gonna make sure it stays so fresh?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, I didn't know forever. I think I learned in college that, like, people turn their jeans inside out when they wash them. I don't always do that, but I didn't know that.
Jamie keeps telling me, like, don't wash your jeans. I'm like, I have to because I don't wear underwear, so yeah.
Oh, right. Are your jeans inside out right now?
No, this is just like a detail.
Oh, okay.
Like a velvet detail that goes down.
Next question.
It's kind of a miracle that I even got engaged, but my wedding's only 2 months away, and I don't know how to make decisions on dessert, decor, flowers, etc. I don't ever care what other people do for their weddings, but now that I'm having one, I'm paralyzed and indecisive. If I'm paying for shit, I want people to like it. But now it feels like I'm in Forever 21 and can't tell what is cute or cool anymore because everything looks the same. How do I figure out what will actually make for an aesthetically pleasing, fun event, but also not drive myself crazy?
What were the categories she listed? Dessert, what?
Dessert, decor, flowers, etc.
Oh, she mentioned food. Is there no food at this wedding?
I think...
We're not going. No, I'm kidding.
We're not going.
Is there no food?
I would, to be honest... just play that game from Friends where, like, someone will say, pick two. I'm like, red or blue? Blue. And then keep going. And then one of their questions would be, you don't know which question it is, like, okay, these flowers or these flowers, and you just immediately have the answer. And then that's your decision.
Oh, that's a game from Friends.
Yeah, it's a game in general, but they used in an episode.
So you're like magnolias or tulips?
Yeah. Oh, magnolias.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, you should think as selfishly as possible. I think decor is probably hard because it's like, where do you even start? I mean, I guess you start with your wedding colors. I mean, you guys, I just painted an apartment, okay? That's why I'm like drained and I'm like, what day is it? Where am I?
For food, for example, when I go to a wedding, all I care about is does it taste fucking good? Because food usually sucks at a wedding.
Well, I also, like, I
don't care if it's fucking pizza.
I went to a wedding recently and they literally had Korean food, Polish food, and like some third ethnicity of food, and it was like so fucking good.
Oh my god.
And but they didn't leave it out. It was only out for like an hour, and then it was like, oh, time for dancing, so they all took the food away. And I was like, leave that food out. It's the best food I ever had. They should have just left it out all night.
Oh, Amanda, pay attention.
Like, please leave your food out all night. I know you have to like keep it heated or whatever, or find foods.
We don't care.
I don't care. I'll eat all that bacteria collecting that shit. I don't care. Like, that food, I still think about that food. I was like, those like Korean beef like wraps, you wrap it like in the lettuce and stuff. Yes. I was like, leave it out. Like, where did it go?
God.
Or bring it back out, please. Like, the Polish food, bring it back out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if your fiance's helping you, but ask him for more help.
Right.
Okay? It's his wedding, too.
I hope that helps.
Sorry.
we're both really single, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Successes of the week.
Miles, you go first.
I mean, moving? Like, yeah, I mean, I painted a bedroom this week, and actually had a really nice moment with, I think it's Dollar General. I want to, like, plug them because it was, like, such a heartwarming moment. So I always get boxes. Hot tip. Don't buy boxes, stupids.
Stupids.
I always, like, when I'm moving, I go to the liquor store and I ask them for their boxes.
Okay.
And, like, I was going to the liquor store and they were giving me, like, all the boxes I ever wanted, and I would come back and get even more. But this time they only gave me 4. So then I, like, was like, okay, let me try Dollar General. So I went to Dollar General and I walked past the window and I saw a woman stocking the fridge. And I was like, yes, I will talk to her. She's not the cashier who's busy. So I went to her and I was like, hey, I'm moving. Like, do you guys have any boxes I can take? And she was like, yeah, let me see. She goes, asks the cashier. The cashier's like, yeah, just one moment. Like, she finishes ringing up, like, her people. Mm-hmm. Then she's like, follow me. And, like, I go to the back of the store and she's like, just 1 second. Like, let me get my coworker to man the cashier for me so I can get these boxes for you. And I was like, what?
Oh my god!
And then she goes in the back and, like, pops out, like, 5 minutes later. And, like, everyone's so polite to me about the whole thing. They're like, it'll just be a minute. And I'm like, I'm literally giving you nothing. I'm just here to take stuff. So she gives me, like, a ridiculous amount of giant boxes, and they're all, like, broken down, so I had to reassemble them. Mm-hmm. And she was like, how far do you live? Like, how are you driving? I was like, no, I'm just walking. And she was like, oh, I mean, you can come back and get the rest of the boxes. I was like, no, I'm going to get them all now. So I grabbed, like, all of them with my arms, and she was like, really? And I was like, mm-hmm. And I, like, waddle out of the store with, like, a bunch of giant boxes, like, that I'm holding between my, like, armpits and my body, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and, like, waddling down Milwaukee Avenue. So that was, like, I was, like, so touched that they, like, took the time to, like, help me because...
That's so nice.
And, like, yeah, it was crazy. So, yeah, and my success is I fucking moved, and honestly, for the last, like, 2 years, like, I lived with 2 of my friends who were, like, nice enough to let me live with them, but they already had been living in their places for several years. Yeah. So all of my stuff had to fit into, like, a room. Mm-hmm. So, like, we're sitting on a rug right now, Marika and I, in my new bedroom that, like, has literally been under my bed for actually 3 years. Like, 3 apartments, this rug has just been under my bed because there's been no place for it. I'm like, I've been living...
It's a nice rug. It's really unique, and there's ducks on it.
There's ducks on it.
It's very, like, 80s.
Yeah. And, like, I've been living out of a Adopt Kit for 2 years because, again, like...
What's a Adopt Kit?
Oh, a toiletry bag.
Okay.
My family calls it Adopt Kit. It's, like, a term from the 50s. Like, some people still say... It was, like, a popular brand of toiletry bag was Adopt Kit. It's like how people say Band-Aid.
Okay.
But I've been living out of, like, my Adopt Kit for 2 years because, again, like, I moved in with these 2 guys and the medicine cabinet was full already. Okay. You know? And, like... So, today I was like, oh, my God, I'm not, like... I'm free. I can spread. I can finally
that shit, by the way.
Spread. I like could have, but
yeah. Anyways, yep.
I don't know. It's like I can finally like spread out, and it like feels really fucking good.
That's awesome.
So.
My success. I had one, but now I can't really think of it anymore. I don't know. Trying to date. Again, I guess.
But the breakup was not breakup, or the conscious uncoupling. I don't know what we're calling it.
It wasn't anything.
The fizzle.
The fizzling out.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, like, you know, I think like in the past, like I have just like anytime like something like that happens where like I like somebody and it ends kind of abruptly or fizzles or whatever, like I take a moment and like just I don't want to like anybody right now.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that lasts for like fucking 2 or 3 years. So I'm like, let's not do that this time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I get so emotional about when that happens. I'm emotional about it.
Uh-huh.
And maybe if like I just kept continuing to try, then it wouldn't be so hard when it doesn't work out. Type of thing.
Does that
yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
So
it's
I-
like you're not putting everything in this like one basket. It's like you're like, no, what about this other basket down the road
Yeah, exactly.
that I'm not gonna wait 3 years to go to? I'm gonna walk
Right.
there right now.
I'm gonna walk there right now.
So I downloaded this new this dating app Hinge.
Oh yeah, I know Hinge.
I like
I've
it.
never used it, but
I like it because like
is it free?
it can be free, but I like am paying for it because
I feel like Marika loves a monthly fee.
I do.
I'm
I'm
still paying for LinkedIn.
no, I forgot that I can't.
Okay.
So I'm like paying for it a little bit for 3 months, and I like it because like you pick like 3 things that you wanted to like put on your profile, like how to describe yourself, like spontaneous thing you did, something that you never would do again, like a bunch of different questions that you can answer, and then pictures and stuff.
And it mixes doesn't it mix? I liked the design of it. It mixes pictures and text. Like
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, I really like the layout. It's clean, like it's simple. There's a lot of cute guys on it, and yeah. So I matched like this with this cute guy,
and I hope he like sends me a message.
You're
'cause-
just doing guys on it?
yeah.
Okay.
I looked at girls'
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and like I'm not attracted to any of them, but I do look at girls differently now. I'm really into like Hayley Kiyoko right now. Like I really fucking love her, and
That is a lesbian singer.
she's lesbian Jesus. Let's just say
That's
that.
lesbian Jesus.
Okay. I just love her energy and her voice and like her style, and like I watch a lot of like BuzzFeed videos about her and stuff, and I like just her personality and whatever. So, I mean, if I found a girl like her, I would probably totally date her, probably fall in love, get my heart broken, yada yada yada. But like the girls on Hinge are not like that. I'm assuming by their looks and their aesthetics, because like none of them have the BDE from their pictures, so really need that. Yeah.
But you matched with a cute guy.
I did.
Let's see if he like sends me a message.
Well, on that note, thank you for more questions. Do we have any more questions on that? Or those
No, that was it.
Okay, so those are all the new questions we have. So we'd love even newer questions. idkpod
Yep.
at gmail.com.
We also have an Instagram account.
Do you have an Instagram?
IDK What I'm Doing Pod is the name of our Insta.
Yep. So you can follow it for like mostly like memes and then Marika videos, and then sometimes I pop up on it because I do have control of it as well.
Yeah. But I'll like post like ask us anything on our story and see.
Oh yeah, wait,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Yeah.
Um.
Because we have like over 100 followers, so somebody out of those 100 will ask us a question.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but that's the show, guys.
Bye. Bye, failures.
Bye. This is the crib that my mother was born in.